Ang masabi ko lang dito po ay siguro kaya galit yung presidente kasi baka may pagkakamali nga. No? You'll not get offended if there is nothing wrong with what is under the situation already. No? Yung sinabi kasi ni Secretary Abalos na friends daw niya who wants to help the government to give aid in the arrest of Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy, parang nakikita namin na, ay, baka makalusot pa siya kung ma-filean siya ng kaso for violation of Republic Act 6713, Section 7D. No? Pero nakita kasi namin na nire-raise daw yung pera. Under the law, sabi ni Attorney Topacio nga, ang intelligence funds need not be raised. It is already there. It only has to be tapped. So therefore, the statement of Secretary proves that it comes from private sources and is therefore a clear violation of Section 7D of Republic Act 6713. Tapos, ni-research namin sa jurisprudence, connected pala ito sa RA 3019, no? Section 3C, no? Yung magkuha ka ng pondo from private sources. And the purpose of prohibiting this is really because of public trust, no? It is very dangerous on the part of public officers to not name your sources of funds. Kasi dito, baka foreign sources po ito. O baka galing sa Amerika ito, o galing ba sa ibang sources, sa left ba ito, o galing ba ito sa mga tao na may kailangan kay Secretary Abalos para ma-elect siya pagka senador, siguro. We have the right to question that because the entire purpose of Republic Act 6713 is really to promote the saying that public office is a public trust. Which leads me to another point. Of course, wala naman tayong congressman siguro na matapang dito, pero baka it may be a ground for an impeachment. Why? Because this may constitute betrayal of public trust. Why? While it may be true that in certain cases, the Supreme Court said that this is a catch-all provision, but if we can prove that there is really clear bad faith on the part of the President, no, such as June 10, 2024 incident, and the fact that the warrants of arrest were already served 5 times, and the sheer force, volume of force that was exhibited really was a clear violation of Rule 113, Section 2, no? Would be perhaps a ground for a possible impeachment case. Pero of course, this may not succeed now, but it may succeed later. Why is there bad faith? Why? Because according to Section 40 of Executive Order 292, the oath of office, sabi nga ni Attorney Topacio, he is sworn to uphold the law and all legal orders and laws of our republic. And what does our law state? Section 13, we filed a motion for reconsideration under DOJ Circular 70, and we merely followed the law, and under the rule, the Constitution, in fact, Article 8, Section 15, mandates that lower courts, ergo by analogy, likewise the DOJ, is mandated to resolve the same within 3 months maximum. When did we file our motion for reconsideration? That's March 3 of 2024. Instead of acting on our motion for reconsideration, they resolved it very late in violation of the accused right to speedy disposition of cases. And then, sabi doon sa penultimate portion ng resolution, the City of Davao Prosecution's Office is directed to file an information in the Regional Trial Court of RTC. Ilang ulit ko na sinasabi dito, wala naman yan sa rules of procedure na yung City of Davao ang magpa-file ng kaso dun sa Pasig. Ang preliminary investigation is supposedly done in the place where the crime is committed. Pero let's leave that. Information lang. Pagdating doon sa RTC Pasig, informations na non-bailable pa. At saka sa penultimate portion, nasali na ang anti-money laundering. pursuant to Administrative Act daw 21-03-13-SC, which allows the court, through a proper motion, to issue an asset preservation order. So saan po ang law dito? Instead of acting on our motion for reconsideration, they used excessive force in enforcing the warrant of arrest. Why is it important for us that the motion for reconsideration should be ruled? So that our client can go up. And the Court of Appeals, or even the Supreme Court, can review the records whether or not there is grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction. And if Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy can really prove that there is grave abuse of discretion because there is no crime in the first place, then it can be set free. So that is the issue that we are fighting for until this day. And I do hope and pray that the President should, instead of being angry why we are asserting the rights of our client, they should try also to look at the other side, because in the first place, we trusted you, Mr. President. We trusted you. Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy trusted you. We elected you into office, and you're supposed to perform your role as the foremost executive official of the land, and you should have implemented the laws that I have just cited. So, yun lang po.
Thank you very much.